Hey, God bless you, my friend and sister Sharon. And today I want to exhort those who struggle with lying. You are constantly finding yourself telling white lies, exaggerating. All of this is a form of lying. And let me be the first one to admit, my friend, when I first came to Jesus Christ, I lied about everything. It didn't have to be nothing big or small. I was just a liar. And when I came to Jesus, almost 30 years ago, that was something that I began to understand that it could cost us our salvation, my friend, because the Bible clearly tells us in Revelation chapter 21, verse 8, all liars will have their place in the lake of fire. So once I started studying the scriptures and I saw, ooh boy, ooh Sharon, even though as I recall, it kind of just dropped off. It wasn't something that but I was aware that I told a lot of lies and it just dropped off. But I will say this, my friend, to encourage those who find themselves constantly telling lies. This thing could creep on you in and out of your life. Remember now, temptation is common to all of us. But I want to show you how to break, how to begin to make that disposition bow down to Jesus. Because sometimes, friends, we have to war to get our feet firm. We got to war sometimes. And over the 30 years I've walked with Jesus, I have seen peaks where I had to war against that temptation to lie. So let me tell you, my friend, the number one thing that we got to look at is that lying, when it comes to your heart and mind, to say something that's not true or to do something you know it's not, it's falsity. It's a suggestion. That's the number one thing I want you to understand. It's just a suggestion. And so we don't want to be condemned because the Bible tells us clearly in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4 and 5, that we must cast down vain imaginations and every high thing and every thought. We must bring it into obedience to Jesus Christ. So that tells us, my friend, that we're in a war, that your old nature, your propensity and proclivity doesn't just go on vacation when it comes to these matters of the heart. We can have an intrusive thought come just like that. And what do we have to train ourselves to do? Pull it down. We all are tempted, my friends, and I want to encourage you. We must put away lying. We can't continue to exaggerate. And that's something that I had to start paying attention to, just like you, my friend, that sometimes you're exaggerating, you're blowing this thing up. That's lying. Exaggeration is lying. And here's another thing I want you to be very, very aware of. When we, listen, friends, we can speak a lie, but we can also walk out a lie. And this is where many of us are purchasing things we cannot afford, and we're putting on a false pretense. It's a form of lying, and we're appearing as if we're wealthy when we don't have nothing. And that's where status symbols and all of these, we call it branding now. All of these brands and wearing logos and wearing certain jewelry and certain handbags. My friend, all of that is a form of lying. When you really don't have what you are kind of promoting, which is success. See, people use status symbols to give the appearance that they got it going on, but they ain't got it going on. Come on, I used to be their friend. Let me just raise my hand in the classroom. I'll be the one. Oh, yes, Sis Sharon, love her. I hate to call out names, but I was into Ralph Lauren real big. Girl, ooh, y'all, sisters and brothers. Sis Sharon had to have a little horse. I'm just talking about me. And Louis, oh, I was going to have me a Louis bag. Oh, and then my first year in college, I never heard of Coach. Y'all know them Coach handbags, them leather handbags. Oh, I was getting me one. I was like, because all the girls from Detroit, they was sporting it. I was like, Oh, is that supposed to? Let me get one of them. So my first credit card, because you know they give college students, they give us all that credit. By the time we get out of college, we jacked up. So what did Sister Sharon? So Sharon went and got her Coach bag. You couldn't tell me nothing. Y'all remember the Coach bag came out with that little booklet and it showed you all the other bags? Another year or so, I bought the big duffel bag. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was probably one of the poorest kids at the college. But I had my Coach bag, just perpetrating. Come on, friends. And then I remember my my girlfriend. I don't know where her mama bought this Louis Vuitton, but it was real. And my girlfriend, now look, I'm just sharing my secrets. Now this was back in the day when I was living in a lie. And I'm trying to tell you, it's not of God, my friend. We got to slay these giants. My girlfriend's mother had a real Louis Vuitton. My girlfriend, she was now that this was my sinful lifestyle. So I'm just testifying how God brought me out of being a liar and walking in falsity. My girlfriend, all of us, we used to get with the men for the wrong reason so we could get stuff paid for. My girlfriend had a couple of men she was dealing with. So one or both gave her money and she bought a brand new Louis Vuitton. It was real. From Saks Fifth Avenue. It was the real deal. So she gave me her mother's old Louis Vuitton. You couldn't tell me nothing. With my old lying self. So we walking around like y'all know what we doing. We lying. Then I went and found me a Louis Vuitton belt to match the purse. Just lying. Didn't have nothing. Friends, that's all lying. And the Bible says that our enemy, he is the father of lies. So we must put away lying. We got to war. We got to come on. We got to fight and win over these false suggestions and propensities to put on airs. All of it got to be put away, my friend, if we plan to go to heaven. Because Revelations chapter 21 and 8 tells us all liars shall have their place in the lake of fire. So what's the remedy? 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 4 and 5. You got to throw down those suggestions when they come up in your mind. I'm not lying. And I'm going to tell you what you got to do, my friend. You got to deal with simplifying your life. Make your life simple, because the more complicated your life is, the more that you're trying to do, you find yourself trying to juggle all this. It's easy to make up things to maintain things. Do you hear me, my friend? So God bless you, my friends. We want to walk in holiness. We want to be on the straight and the narrow path. And a lying tongue, God hates. So we can't let this stuff slide by no more. We got to roll up our sleeves and fight. So what is the remedy? Cast them down. Make your life simple. And deal with materialism. Deal with falsity on every area. Comb through your life. Bring a comb through it. Come on, comb through your life and see what area of your life, my friend, where you have an inordinate affection, because that is usually where we will exalt ourselves in falsity. God bless you, my friend. Till next time.